Hey guys, it's the last day of summer today here in Alberta, Canada, and there's a frost warning tonight, so we are harvesting our tomatoes, ripe or unripe, and we're going to dry them out, take the seeds out, and pack them and give them away for free on our online store, sproutsandblooms.com. Ideally, you would want your tomatoes to be at their most ripe stage, which for this variety, Roma tomatoes, is red or dark red. But since there's a frost warning tonight, I'm going ahead and harvesting them and gather the seeds from them. And of course, you may have lesser germination rate with seeds from a green tomato, but you'll still get some mature seeds which are good enough for planting next year. So after washing the seeds in running water, I use a wax paper to dry the seeds out. I find that using wax paper is it's easier to dry the seeds and to take them once they're dried compared to using plastic or sometimes even glass, where they tend to stick when they're dry. So I'll just spread this like that on the surface of this table, and so I'm using this this chopsticks to spread the seeds thin on the surface. That way you minimize the clumps of seeds that would stick together as they dry up. And yeah, just like that. Okay, so now it's been roughly 36 hours from when we put our seeds on this wax paper, and we didn't take them outside, we just dried them here inside the house. So if you dry them under the sun, I would think they would dry faster. But in our case, since we have them inside the house, it took us roughly a day and a half for it to dry. So once it's totally dry, you can see that, you can feel it with your fingers. Then I'm using a chopstick to gently peel them off the wax paper, and that way I don't have the seeds flying off versus using your fingers. Or you can also do this, but I just find using a stick or anything that's an extension to your hand makes it easier and lighter to peel the seeds off the wax paper. So there you go. I just don't want these two to mix. So we are using our, we're working on our yellow clementine seeds. And I have here a clear container. And when I'm working with seeds, I like using a clear container as much as possible, because that way you can see everything that's going on underneath inside the container. So I just gently pop it inside my container. And that's it. So now we're giving away some of our edible seeds at www.sproutsandblooms.com, and this is one of them. This is yellow clementine. It's very vigorous. It's grown. It's given us a lot of tiny cherry-sized tomato fruits, and we've enjoyed it. Our family enjoyed it, and we'd like you guys to experience the same. So if you have the patience, by spring next year, you can plant them, start them inside, especially when you're in zones 4 or lower. Start them inside. Try to put them under grow lights. If not, you can put them close to the window where it can get the most sun throughout the day. And come after your last frost, and in our case in zone 3B, that would be end of May, then you can slowly transition them, harden them outside. After hardening, they should be able to survive and grow here in our Canadian climate. So that's it. We're gonna pack this one right after this, and we're sending it off to some of our first few orders this season. So now that we're done with the seed pocket for our yellow clementine cherry tomato, then we're ready to fill it up with the seeds. But to make sure that we have approximately accurate number of seeds, since these are very tiny, we're using a weighing scale. This one is a jewelry weighing scale. I bought it off from Amazon. We'll try and see if this is pretty accurate for our purpose. Since it's pretty arduous, it's a lot of work to count the seeds these tiny, I would go with an estimation or an approximation. So I would start with putting in 10 seeds at a time, which I can count with my hand. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 12. So let's go. This is 10 seeds, and make sure I have my tare on and see if it weighs anything. So that one didn't. So now I add more. I'm gonna add 10 more, so we got 10, and we would use that weight, approximately weight of number of seeds that we know, to multiply that depending on the number of seeds we're putting in one packet. 18 and 20, still nothing, so we'd go more. Sorry, my focus light went out. So I'll just go ahead. Right now we have 30. Right now we have 40 in here. So 40 seeds is 0.1 gram. So now if I want 80 seeds, for example, then I could just add more up to 0.2. See, you can see it's moving. 19 and 21, but that's fine. So it's just an approximate, but at least that saves you time. So I just take note of that. I have 0.1 gram for 40 seeds of this yellow Clementine tomato, and later if I want to do, for example, 160 seeds, then that would be 0.4 grams. And that's how we pack our yellow Clementine cherry tomato seeds, ready for giving away. Thank you so much for your time here at our cozy garden. This is Randy. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check us out at www.sproutsandblooms.com. That's our online store for our Canadian gardeners. We also have our channel website. It's www.ourcozygarden.com. And yeah, thanks so much for your time. Once again, this is Randy, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.